And why do that instead of... Whoa, this looks good, dude. Wow. It's so colorful. It's so crisp. Oh, man. Anyway. Yeah, like, it's much easier to just use, like, a EverDrive or something, but I think doing that kind of work is fun. So yeah. Oh yeah, I mean, you can bridge half the pins and then you just fix it, right? Just fix it. What happened to the run? I forgot to learn cross slash, and so the red dragon fight became untenable. Okay. It's time to open my notes and figure out what the hell is going on in this game, all right? So, let's go over here. Alright, so here's the map I've been drawing. Well, it's a screenshot, and then I put numbers on it. Alright, and then... Whoa. What's going on? Whoa, what's going on there? Hang on a second, I gotta make sure my cables are tight. Flimsy ass SCART connector. Okay, anyway. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah. Okay, so here's my notes. Oh man, I've got a lot of notes. Oh yeah, everyone's talking about the sunken city. Right, this is probably what we follow up on. Sunken city, pull me under. Let me breathe in the ocean. Yeah. That's the thing. So what were the actual words that they said to me about it? Do I remember what they actually said? I know that they said that it was in, like, the Southern Sea. Oh, man, this is the most, like, complex Dragon Quest so far, by far, I think. As far as, like, trying to get all this shit straight. Demons sunk a city into the sea. Mermaids can reach the city. Oh, that's a big piece of info. I forgot about that. Okay, so... Alright, let's investigate this. All of this sunken city talk is talking about, like, down, I think, like, down here. Merman pop. Merman. Alright, we'll go this way until we kinda, until we loop around. Okay, we haven't looped around yet. Okay, there we go. So yeah, not exactly sure what we're looking for because I don't really remember Oh yeah, it's Zoolander. I don't really remember exactly what the folks were. Whoa, that's bizarre. I don't remember what the folks were exactly saying about the city. Pescani Village has a mermaid. Yes. I remember that, but she runs away from us. What up, Popo? That's right. Maboroshi, yes, but no Daichi. Maybe I gotta talk to the people in Clear Vale and find out the guy that actually talks about the city, so I can be reminded of what the actual hint is. Like, one thing that really bugs me is that I so often don't write down the actual wording of the clue. But then I always want to hear what's the actual wording of the clue, you know? A rumor about the flying bed. Okay, okay. Have to be careful who you take with you on long journeys. Did I see that? No. I wish I knew. My bed really was the flying bed. Okay, yeah. We flew his bed out here. Yep, the bed flew out. All right. Yeah, this is my favorite town theme so far, for sure. Having only played this far in the series so far. Okay, right, that's all that. How's band practice? We got another day next week. Yeah, 1 week from today is our next practice day. I should probably contact the guy I'm thinking of to play bass to see if he's still interested. Have I had any problems with this crashing? Yes. There's like there's a lock that happens if you. Basically, what it is when you get so far into a status screen, you can't B back out of it anymore. You have to A through it. And that's the thing. Same with equipping. When you start equipping things on a character, you can't B back out of the equipment menu. You have to A through the whole thing. It's basically just that. That's the only issue I've had. It's bitten me twice. But, you know, just being cognizant of it, not a problem. There is one town, though, where all the characters' dialogue is broken. Alright, everyone's just talking about the flying bed. A demon lives at the bottom of the Western Sea. That demon sunk the city, a legendary city, into the sea. I suppose you'd have to be a mermaid to reach the bottom of the sea. You'd have to be a mermaid? Okay. So I feel like I've already chased this, but I mean, let's chase it again. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, yeah, let's think about it this way. Okay, I'm gonna focus on Sunken City and Mermaid. The place where mermaids exist was Pescani Village, right? Which is in the lower world. Okay. So, return me to the shrine. Yo, TK. All right, so here, take me to the real world. All right. In the real world, we go back to Pescani. All right, and in Pescani, if we go this way... Oh, it does this, right. Okay, let's see what the people have to say about mermaids in this place. Look at that great-looking ocean, man. Dude, that looks really... Am I tripping, or does this look, like, insanely good? Alright, anyway. This is bad. The monster will surely return from the sea soon, and we don't have an offering. Maybe saving the village will help me get on good graces with the mermaids? Right? We need boats to fish and fish to eat. Our village could be done for. They sell fish at this store, but the prices are high because of the fish shortage. They may have to close soon. There just aren't enough any fish. That's no good. I've been waiting so long. Oh? Wait. Okay, I feel like I haven't seen this before. What's with this guy? Oh. Oh? Okay, we haven't seen this. I'm done here. Guess it's back to the store. I can't wait forever, Rob. I don't know if that was the same guy or not. What's his deal? Can't you see I'm busy? Go away. Hang on, let me look in your barrels real quick. Okay. Oh! Oh my god, we're immediately making progress. This is how you progress in a JRPG that you're stuck in. You just don't play the game for a month. And when you come back, you'll immediately make progress. Isn't it funny how that works out? Okay, he's going to the cave. He did say that this guy sneaks around back here. Can't enjoy a brisk walk by myself? Oh, we were supposed to be sneaky. You're those persistent people from before. Why don't you just leave me alone? Okay, we gotta tail him more sneakily next time. Gotcha. Alright, and now, yeah, I imagine he's gonna be gone now. I probably have to restart the quest from here, right? Yes. Oh, we kept him on screen that time. All right, this time we'll try to be sneaky. I don't know if that means tail him from further away or use our sneaky power. I'm going to try to use our sneaky power. Bum, 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 bum. Oh. Oh, okay. So it is definitely a we gotta be farther back. I was trying to hide behind the spire. All right. I'll put the sneaky on a little earlier this time, and we'll see how that works. And yeah, game looks really good. Funny because, yeah, I feel like Dragon Quest V had a much more classic. Like, yeah, Dragon Quest V had a much simpler look to it. It looked a lot more like the NES ones. But I mean, the thing is that this game is double the ROM size, though. You know, Dragon Quest V was a 2 megabyte game. This is a 4 megabyte game. So I think that definitely went into the sprites, especially like the animations on all of the enemies and stuff. Okay, I'm gonna go sneak. And we're going to try to keep our distance a little bit more. Okay. He just has spots where he turns around. Gotcha. Okay, gotcha. You may be like, holy shit, how are you not getting this? Look, I'm just testing boundaries, all right? Because right now we have the walking stealthily on, right? We've got like the sneak on. So I kind of wanted to see if he would see us under that circumstance. And then the other thing that I'm still not sure of, right, as far as just poking this and trying to figure out what, like, the boundaries of the mechanics are, is also trying to figure out, so that's the thing, Baked Good, is that I'm also trying to figure out, like, if I let him get too far away, he might, like, despawn. You know what I mean? Right, just trying to think of, like, how retro games do this kind of mechanic. I could see that being the case. But yeah. I say all this because what I'm saying is I don't need suggestions, right? We'll get it. It's not that hard to figure out. We're just testing mechanics. I have not figured out the mermaid thing. I have a feeling that this leads to it, right? I have a feeling that something to do with this town is going to lead me to the secret of the mermaids. And then that's going to get us into the city. And then the city's going to help us a lot. All right, just stay behind. Right there, he peeks. But just tail him. All right. Like, this is awesome. I think that this is really cute. This objective in the game. Because like you're saying, you know, it's a tailing mission in 16 bits. Okay, so here's when he's gonna turn around when he's up here. Okay, he's probably done turning around. Oh my gosh! Okay, that time I just fucked it up. We gotta go around the left. That's what it is. No, it's so obvious. We gotta go around the left. That way we can stand behind the thing. See, this is where most Twitch streamers would be taking save states and loading their save states and getting caught over and over and just complaining about how it sucks the whole time and that they have to do it with save states because it sucks. But nah, not the king of Unk Slop. We're just enjoying it. All right, I imagine I probably don't have to talk to him, but I'm gonna. You hate that term? What, Unk Slop? Nah, I've embraced it. I've embraced it because it defines exactly what I'm into, you know? I don't care what it's called, it refers to what I'm into. The kinds of games I'm into. So I'll take it. All right. Oh yeah, Boomer Shooter. That's been around for a while. I haven't played a lot of like the newer ones though. Like Forgive Me Father, I think it was a pretty popular one, right? Really, I'm all about I love classic Doom though, dude. Love old Doom. Doom 1 and 2, Doom 64. I'm gonna try to get into Heretic. I've never played Heretic, but just the other day I installed Crispy Heretic, you know? Oh yeah, dude, there we go, alright. Because I like Crispy Doom because of the 60 FPS. Right? Like the only thing I want out of Crispy is I want 60 FPS. Okay, so there on this part, I guess we have to go in the shadow over here and get over here. That's gonna be what it is. Okay. We're one step closer. Rob's about to break. You know what's the dumbest argument I've ever had in my entire life? I remember it because it was so stupid. One time in like elementary school, my friends and I were arguing whether the ending of the song One Step Closer by Linkin Park goes, I'm about to break. Or if it goes, I'm about to break. It's obviously the second one. I'm 100% sure it's the second one. And they were both telling me that it's the first one. And they were like, it's 2 against 1. It's 2 against 1. We must be right. And I'm like, motherfucker, I've got the CD in my Sony CD player right now. And I listened to it on the bus on the way to school today. I know how many does are before the break. But I was also very amused by just how absurdly stupid the argument was, like of a thing it is to argue about. Okay, I gotta see if we can just beat him to the punch. Can we just not follow him and will he be up here already? No, we do it. We have to wait for him. They listen to the radio version? Oh, you're right, dude. You're right. They were probably listening to the radio edit. Okay, look at that. We do have to wait for him. All right, there we go. Oh, whoops, this is the wrong house. It is funny to think, though, that that's like, who'd have thought I would become a drummer later in life? You know, like, being very particular about the count, about counting the song, you know? Alright, well now we're definitely gonna talk to him. Because he does say a different thing. Remember when Dragon Quest rivaled Final Fantasy? I think it still should. Because there are tons of people, right? How many people are there out there that say that Final Fantasy should go back to turn-based? And how many of those people haven't played Dragon Quest XI? Right? They should play Dragon Quest XI. Okay, we learned that we do have to be... We have to stay out of his vision cone right there. Alright. And now? Alright, I've played enough Metal Gear Solid to get through this at this point. Can't be too close where he hears us. Stay out of his vision cone. And then memorize his patrol pattern. What? Oh, because he turned left. Oh my god, dude. It's just like Metal Gear Solid. When I think I got him, I think I got it, but then they just turn out to be smarter than I think that they are. Right, he turns left right there. I jumped the gun, man. I got into position too early. Oh my god. Alright, this is gonna be an entire stream.
What the hell is going on here?
This is gonna be an entire stream of fucking... following this guy around. But let me tell ya, I am overjoyed to be doing this rather than wandering around the world talking to all the same people over again, trying to figure out again like what it is I'm supposed to be doing. We're working on solid progress right now, which is very important. It's a breath of fresh air after the last couple days of you know, not knowing what the hell I'm supposed to do. You get outsmarted once and suddenly it's no one can spot me if everyone's dead. I know what you mean. Like, I love Metal Gear Solid 1 through 4, right? Love those games. One of my favorite series of all time. However, I am not one of those people that's like, beats it on fucking European Extreme with 0 kills. You know. I do go for as few kills as I can manage, but like at some point, you know. Have I played the first 3 Sphincter Cells? I had a demo of one of them. And that's it. When I was younger, we had one of those, you know, PlayStation Underground interactive samplers or whatever. And okay, here we wait for him to go left. Okay, there it is. Now we come over. There it is. So yeah, We had a demo of the first one. Oh, I'm so stupid! We had a demo of the first one that I played like 1,000,000 times. Sphincter smell, dude! That's even better! Sphincter smell! You kicked it up a notch, what can I say? Wait, no, it wasn't Splinter Cell. It was, it was Siphon Filter. I'm thinking of Siphon Filter is what I had a demo of that I played 1,000,000 times. I've never played Sphincter Smell. I just had a Siphon Filter demo. You know, it's interesting, like, it's probably pretty obvious with, like, the way that I play games now, where I'm, like, very analytical, where when I was a kid, I played games in a similar way, where I was very, very analytical. Like... Thank you, Zaka, thank you for subscribing. I was very, like, when I was younger and I played the demo of Splinter Cell, I wasn't so interested in just completing the mission. What I was really interested in were all of the little mechanics. Like the fact that if you headshot Kravitz, that was his name, Kravitz, was in the demo. If you headshot him, then he dropped body armor that you could wear. But if you got the grenade launcher and you blew him up, then his bulletproof vest was destroyed, right? And that kind of mechanic just fascinated me as a kid. Also, like, the way that the spot that you shot guys, blood would appear on them, like, on the spot that you shot them. And I thought that was really advanced and really cool. So I would sit there just, like, shooting bodies in different parts just to see that happen. And I was really fascinated by when you tased guys. If you held the taser on them for long enough, they would eventually start on fire, right? And, like, all of these little mechanics, that was the stuff that I was really interested in. And so, so yeah, anyway, so, like, I'm kind of similar now with the way that I approach and think about games, you know? Okay, now we gotta be over here. Like this. Here we go. Okay, progress. We're farther than ever. Oh! Now he's schmoovin', dude. Okay. All right. I gotta run to the bathroom, but we have just made progress. All right. So here's the thing. That kind of stuff, right? With, like, mechanics like that. Let me give you another example. Tomb Raider. We had a demo of Tomb Raider 2, I think, and it fascinated me the way that if you if you jumped off of something that gave you, like, you could jump off of something that was high enough to give you, like, a little bit of fall damage, right? But if you did the dive move, then she would land on her head and die, right? Like, the same height, if you did the dive move, she'd land on her head and die. And I was fascinated by this as a kid, right? Like, oh my gosh, the mechanics, you know? So I've always been like that type of player. Look at this. The mermaid. I thought you were following me. You didn't see anything just now, right? I'm gonna tell him, yeah, I saw the mermaid, bro. Tell me about it. Good, now go away. Wait, I said yes. Okay, what if I say no? I see. In that case, I can let you live. At least that's what I would have said if I weren't injured. Please don't tell about the mermaid. About Danae. Danae? Oh, here we go. Rob. Danae. Don't worry, Rob. These people are like you. They're kind. Really? You'll keep quiet about Danae? Yeah, sure. Good. Danae saved my life. Against the advice of the villagers, I went fishing during a storm. A giant wave crashed into the ship, and my arm and foot were injured. Just as I was about to lose consciousness, Danae appeared. She pulled me to safety back here, but because she did, I was playing with friends nearby. We took shelter among the rocks when the storm came. Then I heard a faint voice. I looked here and there and finally found Rob. Danae has been separated from her friends. Because of all the monsters, she can't cross the sea alone. So Rob has been hiding me here ever since. If I could, I'd take Danae back to her friends. It's okay, Rob. I'm happy here. I'm going outside to swim for a while. Surely Danae wants to return home. If it weren't for this body. Oh, where can I find an honest man with a sturdy ship? Do you know someone who'd be willing to take Danae home? Yeah. Really? Where? What? You do? I don't know. Let me see the ship so I can be confident of my decision. All right. Yeah, sure. Well, let's go get it. Oh my God, we're finally making progress. But yeah, I remember like my neighbor kid friends, like the neighbor kids. I remember showing them all the Tomb Raider demo so I could show them the fall damage thing, you know? And I was like, isn't it so cool? Or like Half-Life. When I first played Half-Life, that was the first game where when you shot a guy, if his back was against a wall, it would get blood on the wall. And I was like, oh my God, just like mind-blowing how cool that is, you know? All right. So, I mean, he's in here, so like, here you can see the ship from here, right? Ah, there we go. Dash, that's your boat? Surely you'll be able to escort Danae across the sea. Huh? Please, Dash, escort Danae home, please. Yeah. Good. Danae, follow these people. They'll lead you back to your friends. But I know you can't be happy here, so go. But Rob. Go quickly. Someday Rob, I'll see you again. Someday I'll fuck that mermaid. All right, here we go. Danae's friends live in a channel far to the northeast. Don't let me down. All right, here we go. So she's with us. That's great. Channel to the northeast. Gotcha. But I mean, okay. And then hopefully that will be... Yo, Big Dirt Nasty. Hopefully this is going to lead us to finding the sunken city. I can't exactly remember... Okay, so... Oh, we're no longer sneaking, eh? Okay, so yeah, this isn't Mermaid Home. So it doesn't look like it's any of this to me. Okay. But yeah, also though, with me being like really into mechanics, a lot, oh, what did I think of Dragon Quest 2? Oh man, I loved it. Oh. I wonder if sneak affects world map encounters. Every time something good happens, you say it's some kind of madness. I don't remember the exact line. This is my first playthrough, Peagle. Okay, this is probably not Mermaid Zone either. Dragon Quest 2, let's see, Antidote, you. I would say Dragon Quest 2 is probably one of my favorites. Like, it was an instant favorite. Let me tell you that. Like, that's what I mean. Instant favorite to me. The ending section of the game, the ending section was very difficult. But, I thought it was super fun. Because, like, the thing was, yeah, there was a lot of instant kills that just killed you, right? Which is, like, a little annoying, but they gave you a free heal everybody, you know? So every time that it happened, you could come back stronger. And it didn't have, like, an effect, like a compounding effect on your money. So I thought that they handled it well from the perspective of, like, of easing up on what was normally the penalty for death, you know? Like, it was like the part of the game where they're like, all right, there's gonna not really be any penalty for death anymore, but it's gonna get really tough. I thought that was fun. Seems like we can do quite a bit of sailing before we get into a fight. So it's hard to tell whether the sneaking is part of that. Okay. Yeah, dude, this vacuum move is pretty serious business. Kind of want to go through like the middle-ish of this part, but They said Northeast Channel. They might have meant Northeast Channel in this body of water. Should people who like Final Fantasy and Dragon Ball Z play Dragon Quest? I can't think of an audience that's better suited to liking Dragon Quest. Do you like turn-based RPGs and this art style? Yeah. I do think that the style of Dragon Quest is a bit different from Final Fantasy, though, where Dragon Quest games tend to be a lot more open and non-linear once you get to like once the game opens up, right? And that's what I loved so much about Dragon Quest 2. Was that the first one was a relatively linear path that you took. It was still open and felt like an adventure, and it was great. Loved Dragon Quest 1, but 2, the fact that 2 just like opens up into once you get the boat, it's just like, okay, here's the whole world, and like just find everything in whatever order you want, you know? That aspect of it was so cool to me. The people did talk about a guardian, yes. But more immediately, they talked about bringing Danae to her friends to the northeast. Oh, hey, Smith, that's right. We got a Beastmaster in the party. Yo, Barros. Why didn't this series take off as much? In Japan, it did. Right, like, I think, if I'm not mistaken, in Japan, isn't Dragon Quest more popular than Pokemon and Final Fantasy? Or at the very least, it used to be. Okay. Yo, Cheaty Face. And yeah, glad to have you. And glad to hear it, Stylus. I know what you mean. I end up in that situation all the time. I'll even be in bed, you know, watching Twitch because I'm just caught up in what I'm watching. Okay, we'll try up here, maybe. But man, I feel like I should have paid a little bit more attention to what that dude was saying. Wow, vacuum hits everybody, huh? Not even just one group. Do I recommend 11? I haven't played it yet. I'm working my way to it, you know? Okay. This looks kind of good. No, okay. I mean, I'm expecting something to happen, right? But yeah, I guess I got no idea where I'm bringing this broad. Because I don't know of, like, a place that looked like it's where mermaids hang out. Unless I took some notes on it here. So this we've figured out. These are, if you haven't seen the notepad document yet, these are all my notes I've been playing as I've been going through. He definitely said northeast when we picked her up. Okay. Oh yeah, so we just figured this out. All right. So yeah, I don't have anything written down that was like a... What I was kind of looking for there is that, like, I'm not sure if I had found like a place that looked empty before, you know? If it was like, I need to, we need to take her to a place that used to be empty. But when we bring her there, oh, there's mermaids there, something like that, you know? But it doesn't look like it's that. Cause yeah, my assumption is that when we bring her to Mermaid Land, then we're gonna be able to get access to the Sunken City. It's possible that we have to take her to the Sunken City right now, but I feel like the other thing is a little bit more intuitive. Okay. But anyway, as we're exploring around here, I popped in Final Fantasy 1 the other day. Thoughts on Final Fantasy 1 versus Dragon Quest 1? Dragon Quest 1 is definitely more grindy, right? Like, Dragon Quest 1 is definitely a game where you are encouraged to just grind sometimes, which isn't really the case with Final Fantasy, I don't think. Like, in Final Fantasy, you end up naturally grinding a little bit because, like, it's got that gameplay flow. I love the gameplay flow where it's like you go into a dungeon as far as you can get, but as soon as you feel like any further and you won't have enough resources left to get back out of the dungeon to be able to, like, rest up and save, you have to retreat, you know? And then the next time that you retreat, you rest up, you save the game and lock in your progress. Then you can go back into the dungeon. And that time you don't need to be as thorough, you know, checking all the corners and everything, because you've already found, you know, the chests and stuff, right? So you can just beeline right back to where you were when you left off, and then you continue from there. You're a little bit stronger, you've got your resources back, and now you're going in deeper, you know? And I love that gameplay loop. That is like my favorite gameplay loop, right? And so, Final Fantasy 1 and Dragon Quest both have that really nicely. But Dragon Quest, though, that one definitely, the first one, definitely wants you to grind a little bit. But yes, it is yeah. So what Zaka is saying, the fact that it is a single character in Dragon Quest 1 is very interesting. It makes it so that you want to use, like, stop spell more, Like, the thing that I love about Dragon Quest 1 is how much you have to use status ailments. I love using status ailments and having them be impactful, you know? So I really, really like both games. I think I would give the edge to Final Fantasy 1. But the thing is, though, is... yes, Final Fantasy 1 didn't come out until... like the year that Dragon Quest 3 came out, right? And I would say that I think that Dragon Quest 2 is better than Final Fantasy 1. But yeah, you know, big fan of both. But that's kind of how they land for me, I think. Need to get into Final Fantasy VI. Which of the others have you played? Because personally, I think 5 is where it's at for Super Nintendo. And yeah, I'm looking forward to 7 for sure. Okay, here's this again. Okay, Rob's not here. Let's go back to town and have a little talk. Is she hanging out here? Yes. Okay. All right, Rob, what's going on? Soon we can be together. I won't tell anyone, that's all he says? Okay, gotcha. Gotcha, Peagle, gotcha. Well, I mean, I'm curious what this guy says now that we, How odd, Rob wasn't able to fill his order of fish. I wonder what happened. What will we eat? We need boats to fish and fish to eat. Yeah. So we're also gonna have to solve this problem. But okay. So let's... Real quick, I'm gonna revisit the cutscene just to make sure that we've got the exact wording down of what we're supposed to be doing here. All right, here's the cutscene. Back to your friends. But I know you can't be happy here, so go. But Rob. Go quickly. Someday I'll Rob, I'll see you again. Someday I'll fuck that mermaid. Is this before or after? All right, here we go. Here it is. Danae's friends live in a channel far to the northeast. Live in a channel far to the northeast. Don't let me down. Okay, so, all right. So here is my thoughts on that. Where are we? We're not in Dreamland. We're in, we're over here. Oh yeah, we're right here. Okay, we are right here. Boom. So far to the northeast. far to the northeast tells me they're probably like up here, right? They're probably here. So we gotta figure out a way to get our boat out of the area that we're in, you know? Like right now we're stuck. Can I? Okay, let me check something. I think there's no way that we can take her to Dreamland. But let's find out. If we do this, where does that put the boat? Well, that's what I just checked, Peagle, was I checked as north, I checked everywhere that I can go in the boat, in the area that I'm at. So now we're just gonna see if it's, I don't know where the boat spawns when I go here. All right, so here's the question. If I go back to Dreamland. Speaking of Dreamland, I was playing some Kirby's Adventure the other day, you know. Okay, and now we return to, like, Calcado? Is this a... So we've got, like, this here. Yeah. Mermaid is not with us. And I can't think of, like, a place where she would be sitting. Right. Okay. I just had to make sure that this wasn't like a flip-flop part of the game, you know? Oh, I gotta check something real quick. What is everybody's job? Fighter, and you're almost mastered. Nice. Paladin, just starting out. Beastmaster, just starting out. Sage, just starting out. Superstar, midway through. You are a merchant? Oh, you're mastered on merchant? Okay, yeah, we gotta flip Amos. Famous Amos. That sounds good, Peagle. Oops. I don't know. Sometimes I think you have to hit A to get the menu to come up. Okay. He was a Beastmaster and a merchant? I mean, we've already got a guy that's going to be a ranger. So we're working on that right now. So this other guy... Yeah, I actually, come to think of it, I don't know what to do with Amos. I guess we'll just put him on soldier, right? Get him toward, like, Magic Knight status. What's my relationship with Master System or Genesis? You were a Sega kid? I never owned a Sega growing up. My grandparents had a Genesis, so I played a little bit of Sonic at their house. And I think they had, like, Clay Fighter. They had, like, Sonic and Clay Fighter. And then nowadays, I own a Master System and I own a Genesis, but Master System, I don't really have any games that are all that good on. I'd like to try out the Ys series. I think that would be interesting, but I don't really, I haven't really played it. And then Genesis, I've only played, like the only games that I've kind of played are Gunstar Heroes, awesome game. Contra Hardcore, also fantastic. And Castlevania Bloodlines. Those are my 3 Genesis games. And that's pretty much all I've played. I've never really been a Sonic guy, and then I'm interested in both Phantasy Star and the Ys series. But yeah, I haven't really played them. Okay, here's what I'm kind of thinking. What I'm thinking is that it appears we need to get the boat out of the inner area. The only way to do that, I feel like, is to use the return spell to teleport the boat out of the inner ring. But I don't know. I don't know if there's anywhere that I can teleport to right now. So maybe we do have to take her to the sunken city, you know? But like, let's take a look here. What is F? F is Taruka. What if I return spell to Taruka? Does this take the boat out there? Doesn't look like it, but we gotta check. So yeah, the fact that we can't access the channel far to the northeast, that actually tells me that we do need to be taking her to, you know, find the sunken city right now. So maybe I'll get on doing that. Wait a second, though. Wait a second. No, wait. Did I not start today out by sailing the boat outside of the ring? Or was that in Dreamland? I feel like the first thing I did today was sailing the boat. Okay, hang on a second. Now I gotta go back to my, I gotta go back to earlier in my own VOD again. Ba-ba-bum-bum, ba-ba-bum-bum. Today's friends live in the channel far to the northeast. Jeez. Don't let me down. But all right, here we. Okay, there was a lot more audio happening there than I was expecting. Okay, remember the very first thing I did today was I was going around the South Sea. Was that on the flying bed though? That might have been on the flying bed. Okay, yeah, that was on the flying bed. So never mind. I thought so. Just had to make sure. All right. So other places that we can try the return spell would be like R, which is Zaxxon Village. Can we return to Zaxxon? No. What about Arcbolt? I don't really think that this is going to be the solution. I'm starting to feel that intuitively, the solution is to find the city right now. Because clearly the intention is that the boat is closed in. So yeah, let's do that. Oh yeah, Echo the Dolphin. I've heard people really like those games. All right, take me back here. And let's see if we can find let's see if we can find any information about that city. And let's take notes about it though, because they okay, so fortune teller. So the guy in Clear Vale. The thing is, somebody said something about... Someone said something about the Western Sea, and someone else mentions the Southern Sea. And I think that they're talking about this sea down here. So I kind of feel like we need to just explore around. If I hit this... Yeah. Alright, in this body of water somewhere, right? There's gotta be some kind of indicator. Let's do a restore real quick. All right, well, I think right now it's time to just sail the Southern Sea for a little bit. See if we find anything suspicious. Anything worth checking out. And while we do that, why we got her following the boat? We're an escort, you know? We're sailing the seas of cheese. Alright, I think, Iron Turtles might need, something a little bit more than regular attacks next time. All right, I can only imagine, right, that there's going to be some kind of clue. But yeah, it's nice to be on a, like, I was gonna say a very clear objective. I mean, the objective is not super clear insofar as I'm not sure exactly where I'm supposed to go at the moment, but the objective is clear that it's like, do something with this mermaid, you know? I can't remember what this is. When's the last time I came in here, eh? Who the hell are you? The Stylish Smith. Oh, yeah. That guy styles up our shit. Okay, so if we're checking the whole sea, yeah, let's start here and start scanning to the left now. Bum, bum, bum. About there. It's like looking for Cactus Island in FF7, you know? Shouldn't be that hard to find, but your vision cone is kind of small. You'd think she could tell you, yeah. Well, that's the thing, though, is that she lives in a channel far to the northeast, right? And I don't think that we can get there. I don't think we can reach where she lives. So first, we need her services to get into the secret sunken city. But none of this seems to be doing it. Just started Dragon Quest V last night. Nice. Have fun. Do. It's also possible that I already went to the right place, but I didn't do exactly the right thing, you know? Which I tell you, after that little scan, I just scanned the whole southern sea. Didn't see shit. So, okay, maybe we gotta look a little bit closer at the rest of this place. That's just where the fishing village is. That little fishing hamlet, you know. I should play it with CyberLab's CRT shaders on RetroArch. The thing is that I think CRT filters look bad on stream. Like, encoding is not very kind to scan lines for a live stream. You know, especially for, like, a lower bitrate live stream. And, yeah. But, I mean, so as far as the, as far as the stream is concerned, yeah, don't be, expecting scan lines there. However, let me ask you something, though. who's to say that I'm not playing the game? Let's get some focus going here. Hello? There it is.
Oh my god, that scared the fuck out of me!
Yeah, what the hell? Wait, what? Why did that just play? What the hell was that all about? Anyway, who's to say I'm not playing this game on a PVM right now? Oh, yeah, dude. I got one better than your fucking CRT filters. I got a Sony PVM 20L2. So anyway. Good stuff. I'm trying to get a good... Oh, yeah, there we go. Fight King. Learn Sword Line. All right, Sword Line. All right, how we doing on? Oh yeah. Okay, so Dash is Master Soldier and Fighter now. Okay, so that means we got to go back to the shrine. But yeah, I do also, though, I mean, I really love the look of super clean pixel art as well. I like it, personally, I like it both ways. Personally, I go both ways. Okay, oh, hang on. Once again, I did the thing. Okay, there we go. So, to be a hero... master all of the upper classes. Okay. Right, and upper classes are Magic Knight, Paladin, Sage, Ranger. So I actually can't remember which one they are. Why did I do... Oh, is it Battle Master? Soldier and Fighter? Yeah. Here we go. Okay. So we want Dash to be a Battle Master. Okay. Yeah, I know what upper class means. I just was trying to remember like which are the uppers versus the lowers. Okay, so yeah, like these are all the regulars, right? And then next page is the uppers, except for classless. I wonder if classless levels up. Oh shit, I didn't look at the stat changes really at all. But alright, Dash is now a Battle Master. Why don't we take you and check Fighter, and we'll see. Okay, so my power went up, speed went down. Speed and agility... No, speed went down, but agility went up. More MP, a lot more HP, damn. Okay, yeah, looking good. So I'm just gonna say, yeah, I'm afraid to be back out of the menu. Okay, there we go. We're fine. All right, there we go. Battle Master. And yeah, I think that like Final Fantasy Tactics and 5, I think they kind of do the job system the best, you know, where it's like you can equip the abilities of a different job that you've been. That's super cool. Okay, so right now, my idea is to be... Well, hang on. What did the fortune teller... Where was the fortune teller again? Because the fortune teller also mentioned the city. But I don't remember... I don't remember where the fortune teller is. Oh, because I'm a super turbo dummy. And I just didn't put it on the map. Because I thought, yeah, I'll remember it. So, So yeah, now I don't really remember where she was. But I think I do. Alright, so I guess what I'm doing right now is we're kind of looking in the middle of the sea here. To see if there's anything to find. And then I think, you know what, at this point it's like... I gotta talk to the fortune teller again. I'm talking to the fortune teller again. Let's do that. Let's go find her. Oh yeah, you notice that when the mermaid is looking down, she's got like cleavage. And it's going back and forth. Some 16-bit cleavage. Bam, ba-da-bam. Whoa! I feel like the music came back in really strong there. Alright. Ba-ba-ba-ba-bum. La-da-da-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba. Last I saw upstairs, Mrs. Dash was napping. Muriel the Sage is now a high warlock. Alright, alright. And, sorry, where are we at with Sage? Okay, that's level 2. Now, I think that this fortune teller was... Yeah, I think the fortune teller was right up here. They might have been in Dreamland, though. But yeah, I've been really, really enjoying this Dragon Quest so far. Maybe more than any of the previous. Because I feel like in this one, you really have to work for your progress, you know? Like 2 and 3 and 4 they did feel like you had to figure stuff out, you know? Which is great. But this one I feel like really feels like you gotta work for it, you know? So this isn't the first one that has classes, but I think it's the first one where the same characters switch classes. Right? Like, I think in Dragon Quest 3, because Dragon Quest 3 had classes, but I think it was like every character is set to one, right? If I remember right. Let me go... You... Wait, don't you have... No, Muriel doesn't have regular-ass revive? Oh, right. No, that makes sense. All right, there we go. Restore. Is this closer to 3 or 5? You know what's funny is, for all of the praise that I give Final Fantasy III, I kind of don't remember exactly how its class system worked. Like, if it had the dual classing thing. I actually don't remember. But in this one, it's like, when you change classes in this one, you retain all of the abilities of the previous class that you were. The only thing that like at that point, the only thing that is changing about your class when you change classes is your stats. But yeah, you keep all the old stuff. Yeah, I enjoyed 5 quite a bit. I'm liking this one more though. And I think I liked 2, 3, and 4 a little bit more than 5 as well. Iron Turtle. You know what? Give me a do your best on these guys. Damn. Okay, that was a good start. Now we can just no magic the rest of it. So, okay, did I write down where the fortune teller is? Because now I'm questioning it. No. So maybe they're in Dreamland and I'm dumb. My only other thing I can think is that it's like, we need to search the part of the ocean that's directly underneath where the hole is up top. You know what I mean? That's like my best actual guess of what to do. Is that it, you know, is that it's like we gotta find. We gotta go to the spot where, like, we're right on the position of the other map. The problem with that idea, though, is we can't see the other map when we're here. Or can we? Wait a second. Yes, we can. It's not the magic map. It's the world map, right? Yes. Except we don't get our feather on it though, you know? It doesn't tell us where we are in relation to this right now. Here's what I'll do though. This is a very low chance to work, but I'm curious. I am going to put my mouse cursor over the hole. Okay, my mouse cursor is over the hole. So now let's look at our current map and let's go to that spot. This is like right on it. So what if we just check around the water around here, you know? Nah. Okay. This was a super long shot, but that's just the kind of thing you gotta try sometimes. I'd like to talk to the mermaid, but there's no one in the direction of in front of me. And sailing up to the Eastern Ocean, we can. But there didn't seem to be anything up there for me to check out. Okay, I've got another quick idea here. Quick idea is to sail up like this, get out, talk to her like this, eh? No. Talk. No one in that direction, my ass. But okay, alright. Alright, let's find the fortune teller. I think she's in the other area. We're gonna have to flying bed to her. So this is the weird thing, though, is the fact that, maybe I gotta think about this a little harder. Maybe I have to think about the idea of how to get the mermaid into the dream world. I gotta think about that a little harder, maybe. Because the thing is, now that I think about it, everybody talking about the sunken city is in the dream world. Yeah? However, so that's true. It's true that everybody talking about Sunken City is in the dream world. But they say that it's sunk. And so where did it sink to? Well, there's this hole right here. So what I imagine is that this is where the city was, right? And so it sunk into the real world. Right? That's my hypothesis as far as why are we looking in the real world for the city, you know? Bum 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 bum. Is this the fortune teller? Whoops. B. Yeah. Yeah. Alright. The magic city of Calberona once existed on an eastern island. You would do well to find it. Oh, okay. I mean, I wouldn't really call very much of what is over there an island. But we did find H, but that's Calcado. So, Eastern Island maybe tells me that that's in the real world. How did we get here and here again? Okay, so this fortune teller says something different. There's another fortune teller that tells us about the city. And I think she's up here. It's very interesting the way that they've built the world map to limit your bed movement, you know? Dude, I love this track. All right, I guess now I don't know where the hell I'm going. Wait a second, though. Yeah, no, this is normal. Okay, okay. Do-da. We are up here right now. Oh yeah, I'm wanting to go. I'm kind of retreading the same ground I think I've seen. Was this only on Super Famicom? It was not on Super Nintendo. Yeah, it was only Famicom. But they did. Am I absolutely crazy? Oh yeah, this is like the castle that was restored or whatever. Hang on, I gotta check this out. But yeah, it did have a remake on DS. What's this place again? The Metal King! Oh my god, this is where the Metal King is, dude. All right, I'm glad I came in here. I totally forgot this guy was here. I collect small medals. Oh, yeah, dude. All right. We got 36. And we got the Staff of Punishment. Okay. The Ruby of Power. All right. The Platinum Schwert. That sounds pretty excellent. Sword of Miracles after just 4 more. Okay. So if we go equip dash Platinum Sword, it's not as good as the Sword of Slumber. I wonder if the Platinum Sword has some kind of effect to it that makes it better though. I'm gonna try it and see if it does something that it doesn't say. And then, oh yeah, look at that Ruby of Power. Okay. So now the silver bracelet. You've got the speed ring. We'll try giving it to Muriel here. She's got the pink pearl right now. Okay, and that's really stylish. All right, good. I'm glad we made this this trip. I gotta mark this down. Style is something that hasn't come into play yet. I don't think. Oh man, I missed Metal King being M. Too bad. But alright, give me an N. N Metal Castle. Do, 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 do. And then what's your deal? The warehouse? Yeah. Oh, okay. So this is what tells us the rewards. So we got Sword of Miracles, Sands of Time. Man, there's 100 of these things? And then the very secret item. Oh. Okay. All right, so that was that was definitely worth the trip. So yeah, I think it's been a while since I've kind of been around here. What are you? Have we seen this? This is the other fortune teller. Okay, I thought she was up here. So you know what? Let's write these down. Let's write these down. I think what we'll say is this can be... I feel like we should do a different marker. I'm gonna do a star. Star there. And then where the hell was the other one? It was like right here, I think. Fortune teller. Okay. Also, one of them said, Magic City, Calburano or something like that, on an eastern island. Okay. And then this one, Island Nation appearing in the Southern Sea. Could it be? Oh! Well, okay. So she's also talking... Okay. Calburona in the Southern Sea. However, this... so this is from Northwest Teller. And then this is from Southwest Teller. Okay. So you're telling me one of them is referring to an eastern island and the other is referring to the Southern Sea. What I think they have to be referring to, what I absolutely think is they are referring to us re-raising the sunken city back into place here. You know what I mean? I think that the city right here has dropped into the real world, and we need to return it to Dreamland. It'll fill in this hole, and then that's it. That's what I think is gonna happen. But that means that we need to do something in the real world. And obviously, it's going to be something with the mermaid. Do 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 diddle do do do. Oh right, we can go over Craggy Rocks with the boat. The bed. Okay, and then... Right, so that's how we're kept from getting in there. We do have the Watergate key. Like, in general. I wonder if I can use the Watergate key here. Okay, let me check. So that's I is Clear Veil. Okay. So, if we go return to Clear Veil, I think this puts our boat to the south of us. Yes. All right, I gotta try doing that real quick. We're gonna do all this. What did I think of the AI party in Dragon Warrior 4? I really liked it. I was extremely impressed by the quality of the AI in an NES RPG. You know, I thought that was really neat. I kind of like when games have like AI party members, because I don't know. I like the immersion of kind of relying on your partners, like how Persona 3 did it. Of course, I also like having direct control and the extra amount of like strategical difficulty that they can add in if, you know, the player is able to control every move. So, you know, they both have their benefits as long as they're designed well, right? And yo, Chucky. Great to hear it. Yeah, that was a crazy run. I feel like I have to run it back, you know, just to see. But the problem with running it back is you only have a 30% chance to get a good Earth Mallet. So you know what that means? That means go for it every week. Like every weekend, you know, that I don't have other stuff going on. Throw a hundo attempt in there and just see if RNGesus allows me to have another attempt. The thing is, though, it's funny that, like, with a lot of the really excellent RNG that we got throughout the run, you know, the hardware problems did not lose as much time as a lot of that RNG could have, you know. All right. Yeah, I mean, there's faults in the AI. I'm not saying the AI is perfect. I'm just saying I enjoy the immersion of, like, you know, you have to rely on your party members. All right, strategy. No magic. No idea how long it'll take for verification. Doesn't... Oh, right. I've already seen this. There doesn't appear to be a keyhole. Yeah. All right. I'm happy with that. So let's, all right, let's head back again. Okay. Surprised that it actually learns during your run. That's the thing. Yeah, that's what was so cool, was that it seemed like the AI was like figuring out the best thing to do against different enemy types and stuff. And I thought that was really neat. Have the others chimed in? The Ace is the one who's most likely to verify the run. and he said during the run he thinks it's fine. Now, it's like in the future, probably try to prevent that from happening, but he said he thought it seemed fine. The fact that it was still, like, the only reason that switching consoles could be bad would be if you didn't know what the console was doing before the capture card switched to it, right? However, we showed the boot up on the other system, you know? We showed the other system power on, which means that now we do know its status since power on, which I think makes it legit. Okay, let's... I'm just gonna randomly teleport here. That puts us up here. Okay, okay. Yeah, that's good. Whoop. Right, this is all closed in. Okay, okay. All right, so I feel like everything that we're doing right now, it all has to do with this one clue. Let me go back to the one clue. I think that the 90K was overheating, and so I got that fixed. Well, I didn't. I took it apart. I need to blow out the fan with some compressed air. For now, I'm just using the 77K. The seas have been strange lately. The Western Sea has been especially turbulent for some reason. This guy did not say this before. That guy did not say that before. Okay, and then what's the A again? The A transports us there. Right, there is the well. Do. Okay. I might have to redo my screenshot pretty soon so I can actually see the parts of the world map that weren't filled in before. That kid didn't say that the town was known for the flying bed anymore. Okay. I feel like some people here have updated dialogue, you know? Is the DS retro at this point? I think it probably is. Like, my big barometer for retro is things like online connectivity, which it has, but let me finish. DLC, you know, that and that kind of thing. Patches, right? Updates for games. Like, basically, when I think of retro, what I think is the game is on the cartridge, and you put it in the system, and you play it. No strings attached, no bullshit, you know what I mean? Like, it's all about I've got the game that's on the media. I put it into the system that pulls the game, it reads the game from the media, and I play it, and it's a complete experience, right? That's so yeah, that does apply to some newer games too. But hey, those are newer games that I'm into, you know. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of my like wishy-washy feeling on like kind of how I feel about what is or isn't retro. Oh yeah, Panin. Right. We heard about that guy. Oh yeah, Dance of Eternity. If you ever watch my drum streams, I only do on Twitch because YouTube is more of a stickler about Half-Life 1 is retro. Yeah, I think Half-Life 1 is a retro game. But yeah, if you ever watch on Twitch, I've got my I do drum streams there because YouTube is more of a copyright stickler. And Dance of Eternity is definitely a song that I play. I don't know Dance of Eternity by heart, but when I do drum streams, I play Yarg, which is like Rock Band, and I play it with the E kit, you know. So a lot of people are talking about Panin also. So I guess we gotta find that guy, you know. Okay, what was I kind of doing here? Down here. This guy just says the sailor friend tells him the Western Sea has been turbulent. Who's your sailor friend, dude? Let's go talk to him. Okay, yeah, and I've already been in here. This is just where these ladies are. Gotcha. Isn't that where the guy was before? Where the guy was like, careful who you travel with, and he fell? Or he was like in bed? This town has updated since I was last here. A kind of adventurer went to the Wall of Destiny for John. He must have lost his mind. The Wall of Destiny. I haven't seen John anywhere lately. I promised to let him ride the bed, too. My daughter was a friend with Harris's son, John. Wonder if I should tell her that John died. Okay. So... Oh, wait a second. No. This town didn't change. It's that this is real world Clearvale. Right. Okay, so let's do a different thing here then. Ba-da-bum-bum-bum. Let's go to bed. And take me down to the A. Down there. Yeah. Bum 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 bum. Yeah, so I think I have heard of Metal Max. I'm definitely the type to play the original first, though, you know. Even if the second one's better, the thing is, even if the second one is better, take Dragon Quest for example. Second one's better, but you appreciate the second one more if you've played the first one, you know? And that's how I like to roll. Okay, what am I doing? Oh, geez, where the hell am I? We gotta go way south from here. Thought that might happen. Man, our hair isn't blowing in the wind at all. What a gentle ride. Phantasy Star Online. I think I played that on GameCube a little bit when I was younger, but not online. How far am I in this game? I don't know. This is my first playthrough, so I can't really know that, you know. Okay, so now we're here. And then this is the real world. And we're in like the western area. So let me find like if there's anything worth noting around here. Something that always goes through my head every time, and it's never the case, but it always goes through my head when playing something like a fan translation or even a real translation, is when a character gives me a direction like northeast, I have to wonder if the person translating it just got their left and right mixed up for a second, you know? And no one noticed. They got one of their northeasts wrong, and no one noticed. I think about it every time, but it never seems to be the case, though. Alright, so this area has many more fights, it seems. Okay, I don't think I've noticed the Platinum Sword having any special effect yet. But I did only just remember to start paying attention. It certainly makes, like, what's funny is the reason that I started paying attention to the Platinum Sword again is because it makes a noticeably different sound. Do-do-do-do. Okay, and then this gives us access to Clearvale, basically. Gotcha. Well, So the only new hint we've gotten, was it even new actually? If I go to Real World, Clear Vale. Okay, I better write it down here. The Western Sea has been turbulent. I think we've done the thing. Hang on. There's something else I'm going to check. Hang on. Wasn't Rob back in his house now? Yeah, Rob's back in his house. So he's just talking about her. And then I guess now that I have her in the party, maybe I should go around and talk to folks real quick. Sometimes Rob leaves the village and goes to the cave. So we already figured out about that. And now he's not fishing so much. So this is also like a whole thing where like these guys are worried about a monster attacking the city or the town. I mean, I'm sure I'd be happy to help the townsfolk. You know, once the monster attacks. The river is peaceful again, but it's just a lie. Just look how our village is doing. All the fish are being eaten by the monsters in the sea. I heard there was a mermaid scene nearby. If you see it, let me know. I want to catch it and put it on display. It'll make me rich. Whoop. Amidst the northern rocks. Oh yeah. The mermaid, right? That's where we already saw her. They sell fish at the store, but the prices are high. Yeah. Supply is low. And then what about the old man that was in here? Do you have more to say? Nothing at all. What? Rob? Yeah, he comes here occasionally. Okay, yeah, he goes around in the back of the cave, which we already, already talked about the whole back of the cave. Very likely not going to be anything back here. Yeah. Okay. So with double checking around here, I mean, look, it might not seem like we made a lot of progress today. I'm pretty satisfied with getting to where we've gotten to here. And now I just got to go back into the think tank and then come back with new ideas. This is part of the reason I don't, there's a lot of games that I don't play very often. Because it's like I always got to be thinking about it in between days. Yeah, it's funny that they actually give you movement of your ship in town like this. And here was our little hangout spot before. Alright. So I just feel like it absolutely has to be the turbulent Western Sea that we're looking for here. And remember, the guy that said Western Sea is in Clear Vale. Which is to the place that is to the east of this body of water down here. So here it is. I believe this to be the location that everyone's talking about. As far as there being, you know, some kind of city that a demon drug under the water. There wouldn't be like an item in my sack that I've forgotten about. Something that could be important. We've got a lot of stuff. But that's because this one, okay, we went around. Where was that seed of reasoning? I feel like this is probably something to use. Oh, never mind. Okay, so where is this turbulence in the water I've heard so much about? Oh! What up, Minin? Minin, you were back on Silksong today, right? Shit, you were playing it for a while. You started before I started, I think. Okay, the other thing that I'm kind of thinking is... maybe I do have to go back up in, you know, back up into the area up there. Silksong, then Kingdom Come. Gotcha. Well, all right. Oh! And thank you also for resubscribing at tier 3. Damn. Did I finish Silksong? No, I have not played Silksong since like a week after it came out. I should, you know. Oh my gosh, Dragon, what timing? Can you believe it? She just came up here. I thought I was gonna have to give you the news that there's no cats again. But instead, you get to... oh! Oh, okay, hang on. I had my keyboard on my lap. She's flopping. She's flopping into position. This is just, this is her favorite spot to hang out. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, she's a chonk. She's got a lot of chonk to her. Give you some of these. Huh? Oh, there comes the scratch paw. There we go. All right, all right. What type is she? I don't know. Domestic short hair, which is like just standard issue cat. Okay, do I remember what this house is? Do these guys... Okay, hang on a second. If these guys... A traveling nun. It's my calling in life. Okay, okay. Hey, we can save the game here. I haven't saved all day. But yeah, she's the cutest. And then right... Oh, hang on! Maybe not. I forgot that we were up here now instead of down there. I was thinking maybe if we take the ferry, we'll encounter the turbulent sea, you know? Which might still be true. But then, like, would the mermaid be with us at that point? No. But it might be worth trying. But what I'll say is, oof. So, in the end, it wasn't a lot of progress, but I did make some progress. And now I'm gonna have to, I'm gonna have to get ready for Nerd Night. But before I go, let's do the game duel, shall we? Here, let's do like the game duel, the guess the game real quick, and then I'll be out of here. Oh, all right, all right. Hit me with it. Oh, Mia, no, Mia, no. No biting at my headphone cable. All right, there we go. Ah, there we are. All right, so real quick, before we go, let's do the Gamedle. The Gamedle is audience participation, as in I'm not looking at chat while I'm guessing. So go ahead and shout out the answers if you think you know them. But real quick before I gotta run to the bathroom one more time because I'm not gonna be able to guess while I have to pee, and suddenly I have to pee. So I'll be right back. Oh, okay. One more plug back in of the headphones here. All right, here we go. So, once again, let's go chat minimized. So now we can jump in. First cover art, hit me with it. This is Silent Hill F. Very new game, very easiest one shot of my life. Very, very new game that just came out. So, yeah, that's an easy one. All right, nice. I actually bought this game. I got it on Steam. I've not played it yet because Mrs. Dash and I are in the middle of Yakuza 5 right now, and I kind of want to play this with her maybe. But yeah, so we haven't played it yet, but looking forward to it. All right, next artwork. This strikes me as like a Phoenix Wright kind of situation. Is this Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney? Oh, okay. Now this is looking more like some kind of like Marvel versus Capcom kind of situation. 2, sure. SNK versus Capcom. I got zero clue what I'm looking at over here. Skip me. Oh my god, it's No More Heroes 3. Funny thing about this, I am a big fan. I am a huge fan of No More Heroes, the original. Big fan of No More Heroes, the original. Honestly, one of my favorite games. No More Heroes 2, I only played one time, right? Like, I played through it, but only once. 3, I've owned for a while, and I still haven't played it. It's, like, I've had it for quite a while now, and I haven't played it yet. But alright, so, moving on to the next one. I did get it once I saw Travis touchdown. We got there. But okay, let's do character. Oh. This looks familiar. I feel like I should know this. Start me out with like a Culex. Start me out with like a Ridley. Ridley isn't a guessable character? Start me out with like a Crocomire. Crocomire's on here and Ridley isn't? That's crazy. Yeah. Skip me. Oh, what is this? The guy from fucking... Okay, search by game. This is High on Life. This must be Kenny from High on Life. All right, there we go. Never played High on Life, but I've seen it a little bit. I've seen it a tiny bit. But all right. The little bit that I've seen of it, I mean, I shouldn't judge because I've seen so little of it, but I do remember just banking the little bit of information of, I don't know if this is for me. This doesn't look like it's for me. All right, keywords, here we go. Guns, emeralds, anti-hero. This sounds like Shadow the Hedgehog to me. Easiest one shot of my life on keywords. All right. Nice. I feel like we're doing pretty well today. Pretty well. Now it's time for the real doozy, though, which is the guess the game. So, all right, here we go. Final Fantasy 13, the ultimate opener. Why? I don't know. Okay. So, it is a single-player only game. But look at this. It came out after 2009. It's not fantasy or action. It's not RPG or adventure. So a single-player game that's not an adventure game, and it's not fantasy, and it came out a lot more recently. I would say hit me with something like... hit me with like a... Like a... What's that one game? Tropico. Give me like a Tropico 6. Okay, before 2019. And, okay, it's not a simulator or strategy. No comedy, business, or sandbox here. All right. So, 2010 to 2018... single player, not fantasy. Give me Dead Space 2. Okay. Not a shooter. Apparently Dead Space 2 had multiplayer? I know Dead Space 3 had multiplayer. Okay, we got something here. It might be horror, sci-fi, or survival. It might be one of those three. We need to fish for a... We might need to fish for a publisher. Like, let's find out if it was a Ubisoft game. We can find out if it's Ubisoft by going, like... actually, that might be tough. We can find out if it's... Well... What about, like, Prototype? What about, like, Prototype 2? I feel like this came out after 2011, but I'm not sure. No, that was 2012? Okay. Alright, no Activision involvement. Alright. What about, like, Oh, I forgot to look at perspective. Okay, we need to get perspective locked down. It's not third person or isometric. What about like a Rogue Legacy? That's definitely fantasy. Rogue Legacy is fantasy. What if it's like The Swapper? The Swapper came out before 2012 for sure. What if it's like, Crypt of the Necrodancer. That's a bird view. I'm doing the Swapper. And that might give us some info. Okay, it's not a side. Okay, so this is a first-person game. I think. Let's use our one-time clue. Don't tell me it's first-person. Okay. It was published and developed by Notavia. Okay, so this is a game I've never heard of. This is going to be rough. This is a game I've probably never heard of. 2014 to 2018. Probably first-person. Sci-fi is involved. Is this Scorn? Oh, that came out in 2022. Okay. All right. First person, it is horror. Ah. All right, first person horror. Probably indie, which means that like it could be any Steam game released between 2014 and 2018. So this is pretty impossible. Unless it's like Slender the Arrival. Or Slender the 8 Pages. Is it the first one? The first one probably came out earlier than this. We'll say The Arrival. Yeah, okay. Big surprise, it's a Unity game. Alright, first person horror Unity game. This is like the hardest thing ever. Unless I knew who this publisher was. What's another like relatively popular first-person horror game? That's not Alien Isolation, right? Because that's it's not gonna be that. But I got no clue. Because there's stuff like Observer, but that's Bloober. There's Soma, but that's Irrational. There's I don't know. I think that the chances are there's no way that I've heard of this game. I don't think I've heard of it. So I'm looking at chat. I'm giving up and I'm looking at chat. You guys think it's not Amnesia. That is Frictional Games or something like that. Or not Frictional, Irrational. Fractional? I don't know. I get whatever it is, I get those mixed up. Irrational, is that it? You think it's called Observation Duty? What the hell is that? I'm on observation duty? What the hell is this? I've never heard of this in my life before. All right. I guess it's time to learn. Sorry about that. Oh, okay. It's one of these games. It's a streamer game. Yeah. One of those like banter games, you know, or like it's a game for streamers because you've got a bunch of chat people looking at everything and trying to tell you what the anomaly is, right? All right, gotcha. So it's one of those. Lastly, okay, one more. We've got the guess the game. Hit me with it. Guess the game. It's old and it's water. Old water. I mean, honestly, this strikes me as Ocarina of Time. Ocarina of Time. Submit. Okay. Ooh. I don't know what this is down here. This feels like a giveaway down here. But other than that, I'm getting System Shock vibes. Like the first System Shock. N64. Ah. Okay. Hang on. Okay, so it's an N64 game. Is this Blast Core? Oh, it's the most obvious thing on the planet, Star Fox 64. That's funny. I knew I had seen this meter before, but I'm not a big Star Fox fan. So yeah, that's funny. Yeah, this one makes it the most obvious thing in the world. But yeah, that's funny. Nice, nice. Okay, and then usually for Star Fox, or sorry, not for Star Fox, for Guess the Game, we can jump back a couple days. We can go a couple days prior and do like this one. No idea, skip me. Horizon Zero Dawn. Okay, here we go. Fucking Stray? Adventure? $2024? Deck 9. Oh, so it's a Life is Strange thing. Life is Strange. Let's see. Which Life is Strange have I never heard of, which would probably make it the most recent one? True Colors. Oh no, it was Double Exposure. Okay. I've seen a little bit of Life is Strange. Not for me is what I got out of it. Like cringe overload. All right, next. Take me back another one. I feel like the scan lines should give this away, kind of, but I don't really know. I mean, did Dave the Diver have fake scan lines? Oh no! Oh, it's actually old, and they put so they put an actual scan line filter over it. Gotcha. I don't know. So hit me with a Monkey Island because I don't recognize this yet. It's an arcade game. Haunted Castle? I don't know. Fighting. Samurai Showdown? The first one? Oh, it's the most obvious thing ever, Street Fighter. I always just think I'm not super into it's not Street Fighter 2. Okay. So this must be Street Fighter 3 maybe. I don't really know anything about Street Fighter. Fighting games in general are a gigantic blind spot for me. I've just never gotten into them. Damn though, look how good those graphics look, dude. Like this looks insanely good. Holy shit. I mean, arcade was next level visually. All right, I guess we're playing this random day. This looks like this is like Resident Evil 4 remake. Does that have a special thing? All right, this is maybe like I could see this being. Is this that Lords of the Fallen game? Okay. What the hell am I looking at? It was on Switch? I was gonna say Final Fantasy 16, except I don't think that was on Switch. But I mean, whatever. I want another clue. Adventure stealth. What the hell is this? Man, I'm terrible at Guess the Game. I used to be great at it. Back when they first started Guess the Game, so all of them were obvious because, it was like they had anything to choose from, so they picked popular stuff, right? I was real good at it back then. Nowadays, The hell is this? Action, adventure, stealth? Fucking... Was there a new, I don't know, Silent Hill F? Oh, is that not on here? Tenchu Ninja Gaiden 4. That's not on here either. All right. 2022. I don't know, dude. Dragon's Dogma 2? Gotta be, right? Asobo Studio? What the hell is this? Man, I feel this is actually making me feel like I'm old. Is seeing video games that I've never heard of. Like new games that I've never heard of. I can figure this out, I think. I mean, real talk, this looks generic as fuck. But I think it might be... I had it in my head for a second. I don't know. Was there a Neo 3? No, maybe they're working on that. All right, so it's not Neo 3. Nah, there's no way I get this. I have no idea. A Plague Tale Requiem. Okay, never. I've heard that name before. I've heard the name A Plague Tale before, but I've never seen the gameplay of it. I had no idea it looked like this. Oh my god, dude, I gotta get one. Hang on a second. We're going back. I gotta get one. Put me back in. Okay, this is Uncharted 4. Now we're talking. This is fucking God of War 2. PC, PS5, Xbox Series. Xbox Cloud Gaming? Skip me. We're getting HUD element bits. But it's fucking modern HUD UI where it's the most generic shit. I don't know though. Actually, the scrub here and the scrub there actually makes it a little bit more recognizable. Black Myth Wukong? Developer Neopal. I'm an old man that doesn't know anything about new games anymore, dude. This just looks like every Souls-like game ever. This looks like when you watch the Game Awards or when you watch like, you know, Sony State of Play. This is 75% of game trailers, and then the rest of them are cozy games. I have no idea. The first Berserker Kazan. Okay, I've heard of that also. I have heard those words before, and that's it. All right, I gotta get one. Put me on this one. Oh, here we go. I actually recognize this, but I don't know what the game is called. Uh-oh, that's too bad. Wait. This game is called, like, something about the West of Loathing. Yeah! Yeah, there we go. Okay. I knew that the word West was in the game's title, so I was able to type that in and get it. All right. There we go. I got one decently. Okay. I gotta go. I gotta go do some stuff. I gotta go have dinner, and then I am going to hang out with my nerdy work friends to do to play Blood on the Clock Tower. Ugh. Apparently we're playing with experimental new roles. So that'll be exciting. It's probably going to be really confusing. The Brutals is playing Demon Souls for his first time. Oh my god, and he's playing the PS3 version. This is the fastest raid of my life. All right, folks. If you are on YouTube, I will. I'll give you the link over to the Brutal stream. He's streaming on Twitch. Sensophonics. Yeah, I'll check it out. Here is the link, or that's I don't know if that works as a link. But there is the Brutals. He is playing through Demon Souls for his first time, and he's playing the original PS3 version. So go say hi to him for me. Those of you on Twitch, we're loading up the raid. So all right. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have yourselves a great night. I will see you. I think I'm gonna stream tomorrow. I think I'll see you tomorrow. So I think.